Are these coins candidates for restoration? That is the ultimate question when you're talking about restoring coins. It's not the technique. It's if the coin will benefit from it or will it be harmed from being restored. That is more important than knowing what to use or how to use it or what techniques I used. You have to know which coin would benefit. Now, I think all these coins would benefit from certain technique. I don't know all the techniques. I know the techniques that I've used for decades. I use easiest and water. So this one's a little darker. I might have to use a little bit of a Q-tip with it because I don't want to leave it in the easiest very long. This one here, I'm not 100% sure. It should benefit a little. This looks like from one of those envelopes. Sometimes it works out really well. Sometimes it don't. It's hard to predict. But every one of these coins have a chemical reaction on the surface. All of these are chemical reactions that happen. Cause this toning, a little bit of debris, maybe some dirt, different things that's been from being handled, being in these envelopes, cardboard, who knows how they were stored, but all of it's chemical reactions. These chemical reactions, even though we can call them natural toning, not natural toning, are still not natural to a coin. They don't come from the mint with the chemical reactions on them. They will start immediately after they're struck, though. As soon as those coins start banging around and being stored certain ways, these chemical reactions happen and the coins obtain a patina. Even coins that's never been touched, they still have some patina. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the surface of the dies, and I'm going to show you the results of me restoring these coins. So my name is Daniel. You are watching Coin Help You, and I do own a coin shop, and I have been selling online for over 20 years, and I have a lot of experience in sending coins off to PCGS and NGC and Annex, and I've even sent to PCI before. All these companies gaining experience on what to do and what not to do with coins and what clean coins look like and what restored coins would look like. I'm just afraid people are going to ruin their coins because they don't know what coins to pick to help restore. Because you want to use something that doesn't have very much value to you and something that if you hurt it, that it's not going to devastate you. But this book right here, Coin Chemistry, including Preservation and Cleaning by Wymore White. And this guy's a chemist, and he studied the chemistry and then did different experiments. It's a very good book to read. It's something that I've consulted, and I highly recommend buying a book on chemistry to understand this a little bit because people are very confused. But there is a difference between outright just cleaning a coin and restoring a coin, because when you're restoring a coin, you are taking away or removing the chemical reaction. You can't remove or fix corrosion or scratches or anything like that, but just the chemical reaction. Underneath that chemical reaction is the natural surface of the coin that was struck by the die. It's not 100% like it was after restoration, but neither are coins that have been in bags and banged around and stored for years. They're not either. So there's really no actual original coin once it leaves the mint and starts to tone or starts to bang around with other coins. At that point, it is a normal business strike coin or whatever type coin, even some proof coins would circulate. But once they're handled and hitting other coins, they're no longer at their natural state that they were intended to be, even though we accept and understand that will happen to a coin. But first, here is my page over on Google Play. I do have a mint error app that I highly recommend if you're learning about mint errors. It has the basics to teach you about how mint errors occur and what they are, has the images. And then I also have a coin grading app and a coin values app. So if you get a chance, come over here to Google Play and check it out. Also have a Coin Help You community if you're interested in sharing a coin or asking about a coin. We have a video on how to post in the community. You register for free right here. I took the ads down so that it makes it easier for everybody so that people can get help from me easier. So I have these coins, and we're going to talk about the surface. Let's pretend this is a cross section of a die. And dies for Morgan dollars especially, and even other coins, I mean most US coins, is not completely smooth unless it's a proof finish. Proof finish coins appear completely smooth and have that mirror finish to them, but that's not always the case. If you look at them microscopically, you're going to see some unevenness. A flat surface is very hard to obtain. And I had machine tools in college, and we actually had metal pieces that were so flat that they would stick together because there's no air in between. Okay, so understanding that the dies are not made that perfect, that flat. Some are less flat than others, especially business strikes. So you have some roughness to the surface, which is what gives the pinpricks of light. So you've got light reflecting off of this when you're looking at metal, the crystalline shapes of metal and all that. So anyway, that's what you see when you're looking at a coin. That's what creates the cartwheel, and that's what creates the appearance of a coin as far as the luster is concerned. So since with the die is rough, we got that established, but let's start looking at these in a little bit larger. Some of these on a coin are going to be more round. Okay. Some of them are not going to be as high, but they're going to be pretty uniform on an original coin. So like I said, this is a cross section of a coin. Let's just pretend that's what this is. Okay. So here's your coin surface here. Now, if a coin gets banged, it can kind of rub off some of the molecules off the very tips. And you can see that. It's a little bit of a rub, or a contact mark can actually obliterate one of these or several of these, because you're talking about the surface of the coin is going to have thousands and thousands and thousands of these on it. Okay, I don't even know how many. I never even bothered even trying to think about the count. But that's what you're looking at. So when light reflects off here, and you turn the coin, it creates like a crystalline look almost to it. Okay. When you clean a coin harshly, you're literally removing most, if not all, of this on the surface. If you've got a coin that looks real shiny, you've removed almost every bit of those. So there's hardly any light reflection off the pinpricks. You've removed the original surface. If you have a chemical reaction, sometimes just a couple molecules at the top, all it takes, it will tone the coin. They'll start toning. Okay, and a chemical reaction occurs, and that chemical reaction can actually be put in a formula. But if you remove that, you still have the pinprick here. You still have the roughness of you still have the luster. So you're not destroying what was imparted by the die. Not completely, but on a molecular level, a little bit. Because anything you do to a coin, whether you drop it, bang it, touch it, thumb it, whatever, is going to alter it a little bit on the molecular level. But not when you're looking at it with the naked eye. So when you restore a coin, you're not harming it. You're not really cleaning it like harshly or removing the original layer. So I try to explain to people. So remember that the coin surface reflects because it's uneven. Okay, it's not flat. It's not like a mirror or a piece of glass or a proof coin. So I wanted to establish that. So when I take these coins, they've already been messed with already, as far as they've been circulated, they've been rubbed against other coins, they've been handled. So what happens to these coins now is to improve them. And like I said, we'll take one more look at these, how they look now. And like I said, it's all chemical reaction. We're not going down past that chemical reaction. What I'm doing might remove just a few unnoticeable molecules, but it's not going to harm the coin and remove these high pinpricks that were imparted by the die, which is the original surface. And by the way, these are microns. I mean, we're talking, these are so small that they can be easily removed and damaged, but they're very, very small. We're not looking at large areas of the coin being affected. So I took these coins out of their holders to look at them a little bit better. But when I was taking them out, I realized something. Not only do they have toning, there's PVC residue. It's sticky green. So there's something on that coin that feels like a crayon. This one doesn't have it. It's just your normal toning. It's actually a circulated coin, but I'm just using it as an example too to show everybody what happens when you restore coins or attempt to restore coins. This one here is also just, it's like a crayon feel to it. So definitely there's no turning back. These coins must be restored, an attempt to restore them. And like I said, what's important is knowing which ones can be restored and which ones shouldn't be restored and which ones will benefit or not benefit. You have to know that too. Okay, here's the results of the restoration that I did on these coins. Now, you can see the coins are improved. They are not harmed. They are not hurt. I did not do anything except an EZS dip for a few seconds. Okay. And this is the really dark 89 that I didn't know for sure, but you can see a little bit of the toning is still there. But a few seconds in the EZS, then you remove it. I dip them in water and then I rinse them. And when I rinse them, I do lightly rub until I remove any type of film. I want to feel a rough surface. You have to rinse your coins off. If you do not, it will tone back up and it will look unnatural. It can hurt the coin and permanently tone it to where you can't remove it again and you can't restore it. But I knew from the toning, the translucency of the toning, I could see underneath this that we had some coins with a lot of luster. I know this from experience, so I knew which coins I can do this to. And that's why I picked these coins particularly. I knew they would benefit from it, and you have to learn that before you start using all these techniques. I don't recommend using any other technique to restore a coin other than acetone, just to remove some stuff off a coin. It won't remove the toning, the acetone won't. Acetone won't harm your coin. But I do recommend that for things like glue and tape and all that. You can use the easiest if you want to, if you're experienced and you're confident in yourself and you know the coin can benefit from it. Of course, if it has tape or PVC residue on it, it will benefit from it anyways, regardless of whether it's cleaned or whatever is going on with the coin in the first place. So we'll take a look at the 21s. As you can see, it has a little bit of the toning left. I didn't really do anything else to it. I didn't have to use Q-tips. I was satisfied with the way it looked. I'm not trying to clean coins to sell them for more. I'm trying to clean coins to sell them for what they're worth. These coins were ugly, horrible condition, in my opinion. Now, a lot of you might like them that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. I did not like them. I like coins like this, at least better than the way they did look. So, like I said, I don't do baking soda and anything with sulfur in it or anything with heat or put them in ovens or foil or olive oil. I don't need to. This is a fast, quick technique. I can do rolls and rolls of coins if I need to. And I get rolls and rolls of coins throughout the year. Coins that some of them I can even send off for grading. This will not harm the coin. This would get problem-free Mint State 62 from PCGS. I know it will. I've done it too many times. A lot of coins I've sent off, never even said anything because, it doesn't harm it. Like I said, when you know the chemistry, you're just removing basically the chemical reaction on the very upper, just some molecules on the surface. You're removing that. You're not actually removing the original surface that's imparted. I really maybe need to do a little bit of study on the height of some of these peaks and valleys. Like a laser scan of a coin would be really cool. And we could figure out exactly the height and what gets removed during cleanings and rubbings against each other, because when coins rub each other, they're going to remove. I've seen coins with, and that's what you're seeing. A lot of times when you see black rubs on a coin, it's from being in a rolled rash, or in a bag, but you get bag rash from other coins. And that will tone up because it exposes the alloy. So you can tell me if you'd like to have this coin or the way the coin used to look. It's just a nicer coin. It's restored. It will stay this way as long as it's stored properly. That coin will stay this way. I have coins up there in my case that I've had to restore that would look like that, and they turned out really well. So I went ahead and carded them up and put them up and be able to sell them for the normal price, because you have to discount the coins when they're ugly, when they're toned like that with PVC on them. And it's definitely a nice coin. Now, I do see some roughness to the surface here. It's up here at the top. It's dye striation, dye deterioration. When the dyes start to deteriorate, that's what I'm referring to. When you do a cross section of that, you're going to see peaks and valleys and lines. And that's what that is. And just to recap, I'm not removing the original layer that was struck by the dye. Not only maybe a few molecules that actually chemical reaction. It calls the chemical reaction. The chemical reaction creates a patina on the coin. It's like rust on an iron or steel. That's what this is like, but it's on silver instead. So using easiest, dipping it lightly or dipping it quickly and then rinsing it, patting it dry, but actually make sure all that's removed. I always use my thumb and finger to make sure. I don't rub it hard, just enough. There's a certain pressure that I use that actually removes any of this off the coin because you don't want to leave it on there. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.